it was one of those mornings where I was talking to one of my top salesmen. This guy was like the $1 million man. And I'll even shout him out. He probably won't even care. Rafael Cortez. He's a stud, right? This guy brought in $1 million of revenue 3 years in a row to the company we were working at. I was in charge of selling all the deals, the Zoom. So we had blast. One of the things that we all do, all salespeople run into this, is we have these like ups and down cycles, these ebbs and flows. It's normal, right? It really is. It's just going to happen. We're humans. We live in a world where there are cycles. There's weather cycles. The sun goes up, the sun goes down, type of thing. But how do we stay on top of our game during those cycles? Well, Raphael was having one of those sales slump times, right? And so we decided, hey, let's just go meet up for breakfast. I just wanted to see what's going on and how he's doing and how I can help. And he has all the skills. He knows all the stuff. Like, I'm not going to teach him anything different about sales. He is our top performer. So we're eating breakfast and talking about families. We're just bonding. We're just getting to know each other even better. And one of the things that I said to him, I said, hey, you know what? We need some deals right now. So if you get anything that's even close, even if you don't think it's maybe a deal, like call me, let's figure it out. And I'll tell you if it'll work or not. So that same day he calls me and he's like, hey, is this a deal? And it really wasn't a deal. It was kind of a rough deal. But I said, hey, you know what? I think I can sell that. Lock it up. And so he locked it up. But what was interesting, he locked up like 4 or 5 more deals that same week. So what happened? He needed that self-confidence back. How do we get our self-confidence back? What are some things that we can do to get our self-confidence back and self-esteem? This is one of the most important things in sales. I don't care what business you're in. If you're doing sales, you need that high level of self-confidence. That's why those, like, sometimes the jerk drivers usually are on the top of the sales board. It's the ones who understand the different personality types can do better. But let me tell you the 3 different things that I believe you can do to have higher self-confidence. Number 1 is just affirmations, right? Say, I am worthy of success. I know that success is on its way. Talking about it in the I am or in a past as if it's already happened type of presence. So it's kind of like brainwashing yourself a little bit. Is those affirmations. That's number 1, right? Number 2 is just doing something for someone else. There's so many times where I've had horrible sales times, horrible sales weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on this. I'm going to focus on service today. I'm going to just see how many people I can reach out to, what they need, how I can help authentically, seriously, and trying to serve them. And that was one of the best things, because every time I did that, what happened? It made me feel good. It made me feel better about myself. One of my clients, she's amazing. Her name's Jasmine. She's on the East Coast. She was a stay-at-home mom, working the real estate business, making phone calls, talking to sellers, making offers. And she was going through this struggle bust moment where she was not having any success. I mean, she was putting in all the work. Like, honestly, if I was going through my checklist, she was checking off all the boxes. So I said, okay, well, maybe you need to just figure a way how to serve someone. So later on that week, she had an appointment where she's at a seller's house, and the seller's like, I think I need to rent some pods and this and that. So she's like, okay. She's talking to her. She makes her offer. The seller says no to her offer. She's wanted to entertain some other offers possibly. And so on the way home, Jasmine decides to get on the phone, call up several of the pod companies. And then what she does, she calls the lady back, says, hey, I got a couple referrals for these pod rentals for you. I think these are the 2 best ones. Let me send it over. The seller was so impressed with her that she was so altruistic, looking out for the welfare of others, that she decided to go with her. And then in that same month, Jasmine closed $55,000 worth of deals by herself. $55,000 by herself. That's game changing for her. She is married. She has a couple kids at the time. So, I mean, this was a lifesaver for them. So number one is the affirmations, right? The brainwashing section. That's where you got to put that positivity into your head, and you got to write down these affirmations. You got to say them out loud. You got to listen to those things that kind of help you with that, right? And then the second one is to do service for others because it's selfish for you. Do service for others. And if you're struggling with that, just figure out little ways to serve people, even strangers. Figure out how to just help someone that you're not even, maybe not even a client of yours. And if it is a potential client and you don't think it's going to do business, just figure out a way to serve them. Give them a referral, help them out, make a connection for them. I'm constantly trying to figure out ways to serve people because it's selfish for me, right? So number one is the affirmations, positive self-talk. Number two is serve others, right? And then number three, this is the big one, is just taking action. You got to take action towards your goals when it comes to sales, when it comes to business. Take action. Most of us, and by the way, I'm totally guilty of this. This is not just me saying you, but I'm talking to myself here too, is take action. What are the things that are going to move the needle? What are the revenue generating activities in your business? And focus on those revenue generating activities. Reach out to people, right? Make the follow-up call. Talk to people. This is the biggest thing. The taking action is talking to people. My friend, Brent Daniels, he has a coaching program called TTP, and he has these t-shirts, and I have one that's TTP. It's talk to people. If you want to have success in business, just talk to people. Look, AI is coming. I love AI. I love everything about automation and all this stuff, but I'm going to tell you something. Nothing takes the place of someone that makes a true connection with another individual. That's what sales is. It's transfer of energy. It's basically influence them. And if people like you, know you, and trust you, they'll do business with you. And if you can't do business with them, then find a referral. Ask if they know someone. A lot of ways to get business out of someone is start off the conversation a lot of times like, hey, I need some help with something. Do you know anyone that's interested in this that I can help? So number one on these three items to focus on when you're in a sales slump. Okay, number one is the positive self-talk, the positive the affirmations, right? Number two is acts of service. Be altruistic. Think about how and who you want to serve and just go serve someone without any expectation of anything in return. And number three is take action on those revenue generating activities. Because even if you're in a sales slump, even if things aren't working out, if you're putting forth the effort, right? If you're making the calls, if you're talking to people, things are going to happen. So you have to take action. And so many times people fail in sales because they're just stuck in their head. This real estate, the 6 inches between their ears, is the most important real estate that they need to flip. They need to flip that thought process that, and stop procrastinating and just do it. Just take action. In fact, take as much action as possible. How many calls should I make, Brennan? I don't know. I started off old school. People had I remember being handed a box of paper clips, right? The box of paper clips has 100 paper clips in it. My day wasn't done until I pulled out every paper clip out of that box, meaning I made 100 calls a day minimum, right? Now we could do this with ringless voicemail messages, send text messages. People love that asynchronous communication. Emails, right? Doing a video like this or posting it on social media, doing some sort of organic social media content. There's a lot of ways, but take action, right? And then get someone on the phone and just find out how to serve them. See if what you do can help them and provide value for them, and you get paid. That's sales. So if you're in a sales slump, just remember those three things. Number one, positive self-talk. Number two, acts of service. And number three, take action on revenue generating activities. Hope this helps you. Have a great day today. God bless.